I was yours, you told me not to leave it all behind. I guess that's what I've done. And now I don't feel the way that I should feel inside. It's time to let it go. We started out strong, into the end, you gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one. We started out strong, into the end, you gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one. You gave me something. Although it hurts, I know the reason I feel down. It's time to let it go. 'Cause we don't work, and I'm tired of trying to turn it all around. I'm rising from it all. We started out strong, into the end, you gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one. We started out strong, into the end, you gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one.
Hello, hello. Welcome back. Oh dear. Welcome back to Falador, everybody. I need to get some music. I cannot stand my silence here. Okay. Oh, that's loud. Maybe it is. I don't know. I got a new headset, and so I can't tell if anything's loud anymore. Hello, everybody. Hello. We have DK. Welcome. Saradomin from the bed. Nugans, eh? How about that? I don't think I've ever seen you on YouTube, Nugans. Just Twitch, but good to have you here. And Daryl, I did happen to see you. It had been a long time since I seen you too. I wish Broski would stream a little bit more so that we can chat more over there, but flappage. Can I hover my stats? Yes, I can, sir. There you go, X-Boom. Skeven, S. Kevin. So, in terms of stats, let's see. Busy taking LSD. Oh. Easy. So in terms of stats, what's changed? I got one farming level. What else? Oh, I got quite a few crafting levels. All lamped, of course. And I guess the main other one is I have a lot more magic levels. I have like, I don't know, what was that before? 56? Quite a bit. So, and here, I can't make anything as 14 craft right now, but when I get to 20, I can cut my sapphires I've been saving forever. So here, I'll show you what we got. We got something, yeah, look at that. Literally the day after, the first clue after I release my video, I get the Staff of Air. So that is huge. I was able to go through a whole, did I just move this? I don't know. I was able to go through a whole bunch of my runes. So, or like starting stockpiling again. And so I had to update my spreadsheet to find like an optimal usage of runes. And if I'm going to be honest, I did outsource that work to my brother because he is smarter than me. So all my spreadsheet knows how to do is to call his program on our server. It's that easy. Just be born into a better brother. How much farming do I have banked? Let me check my spreadsheet. So right now I have 55%, 55.19% banked, assuming that none die. So like if all my seeds survive, which would get me to level 81. If you're looking for more like, if I don't get secateurs and I just have to send all my seeds and about 65% live with normal compost, I'd be at about 44% banked. So getting there. Oh, I guess I should show all my seeds. Is there anything? I have gotten quite a few magic seeds recently. I got like 3 in the past like month, which is pretty good. Yeah, so this is where the seeds are at. I've been sending 1 maple every night, and then I worked all my way through the oaks, and I'm working through willow, but whenever I get an acorn, I'll plant the oak. So it's very slow going through the willows. And I've pretty much been able to maintain my maples stack. I've got a whole bunch of dragon fruit seeds. Oh, and something that I think is kind of cool is I got a pretty lucky mystery box. You guys want to see what it is? You want to see? You want to see? Boom! I got a dragon med helm. I don't think it's that useful for me, but it's cool. It's like 1 out of 1960. Something like that. So Sorry for spoilers, but I'm pretty excited about it. So I've been wearing it. I do think it is one of the dorkier helmets, but it's so nostalgic. You gotta just love it. Get myself from having that spreadsheet fun. Yeah, it would have been a little bit harder to write in VBA, probably. I know my brother's program uses like some linear algebra library, so it'll be more accurate than whatever I could come up with. What else? Anything else happen on this account? I guess. Oh, I guess I could. My hardcore woodcutting rank is 40 now, so that keeps going down. It's pretty cool. Everyone said lesser demons dropped them. I that's why I thought that people went to fire giants was because of the very rare dragon medhelm. I never got one from them, but only doing oaks, yeah, something to say. I should get level, or I should get rank 39 tomorrow. One thing, since last time, they started talking about forestry, and I think forestry for this account is going to be interesting because it really all depends on how much you can do without a forestry kit. Like it says that a lot of the benefit comes from like group wood cutting. And so like if events can spawn that I can do without a forestry kit, because there's a low percent chance I'll be able to get a forestry kit, then I could maybe get some faster seeds. Yeah, it's a little hard to tell exactly how it'll work. Right now, they're what forestry? They're kind of like doing a woodcutting expansion. They have some blog posts about it. Um, and so basically, it's going to be where, um, like right now, every time you chop down this tree and get a log, there's a 1 out of 8 chance that the tree will deplete. And so if there's a whole bunch of people chopping, everybody's getting that 1 out of 8 roll and it depletes faster, which makes woodcutting more of a like solitude activity by yourself kind of thing. But they want to make it more of a group thing, so they're going to make it so that once someone starts woodcutting, there's a timer, and then when it reaches that timer, the next log cut will destroy the tree. So that having more people chopping doesn't do anything to it. And they're also trying to make it more interactive with like different events and stuff like that, different items you can get, like a two-handed woodcutting axe and whatever. So um, it could go in a lot of different directions, but I'm really hoping that they don't make it like too dependent on the forestry kit, because if like I can't participate in someone else's event that happens to my tree, then I'm no better off, you know. Yeah, none of it's set in stone, but it doesn't affect irons. I think they were talking, like the question on there about irons was related to campfires. They were going to make it so campfires, that's another thing they're doing. You can, I guess, burn tea leaves. I don't know what it was exactly, but you can make campfires and other people can interact with it to get some boosts or something. And they were asking if irons should get those boosts from campfires too. Or maybe I'm illiterate. I don't know. This guy. Is he an iron? I gotta know. If he's an iron, I'll let it pass. He is not an iron. I'm hopping. I'm gonna need a bunch of friends chopping. Yeah, friends. Ooh. Friends, the hardest 99. Hey, Steve. Thanks. I do have a cool hat, don't I? Caleb Lewis. New here? Love to see the new content that OSRS brings. Watch me while doing a Barrows run. Now, make sure you're not a hardcore, because I lost a hardcore watching... I was watching Foe, and he was... what was it? He was doing DKs, and he just, like... He made a sound and then didn't do anything. I'm looking over there, and then I died to Torag on my hardcore doing Barrows. Sorry, that was only my 5th one, so, like, the 6th one would be better, obviously. It needed to happen. Just roll a chunk already. Hey, Extreme Gnome. Who's that guy? Alright, this is why I bring my Dark Glory. Oh my goodness! My savior. For a unicorn horn. Thanks, Sherlock. They haven't decided what level Iron Involvement will happen. Yeah. And they keep kind of changing what the tea leaves will do, so who knows what it'll be released as, but I understand why they're doing it. I don't know if it's necessary, but I understand why they're doing it. Like, I kind of thought redwoods would be a good, like, you could say that's your group wood cutting thing, because, like, they don't ever get chopped down, right? So, they word everything weird. Yeah, kinda. I will say, this is just a petty grievance of mine, but I do not like how they format their news posts anymore. It used to be that it was a nice condensed paragraph. Now they have like double spaced, large padding, and it's all written by PR people. It's annoying, but I am your miracle. Welcome, Sam Major. Sucks I can't do the birthday event. It's only one chunk away. Yeah, I heard someone told me that there's a prayer altar here now. I have not been able to check, and it will be a long time to check. That's true, Sarah. Yeah, they're kind of gated by a lot of progress. Yeah, yeah. Most events that they have are rarely in one chunk. Which is fine. They don't need to cater to me. Unless it involves secateurs, then please. You got 91 woodcutting on oaks with steel axe and thought it was cool. Then this guy comes along. 91 still awesome. It's not a competition. That's what my mom always told me. Oh, speaking of that, I have another rant. I just stream so I can rant. This is uh what you do when you get old, I guess. But I would like to let everyone know that I think that um that the concept of golden gnomes is silly. It's it's like an adult popularity contest. Oh, hey, never mind. Goodbye. But like, I don't know. Hello? I thought we were getting away from popularity contests after middle school, but whatever. You're older than me. Yeah, you probably are older than me. Alright. Okay, I need to record this one because it should give me a level. With that book, we get 15 crafting. Pretty fireworks. But nothing new as of yet. 5 levels away from cutting our sapphires. How many chunks? What am I doing in the current chunk? I have 1 chunk, and I'm currently wood cutting. I need to get a lot of seed nests for a lot of seeds because I need to grow a lot of seeds to get a lot of farming experience for the triple magic roots elite diary task. Yay. That's the main one. I've also catching essence simplings for some magic experience. I need to get 87 to cast Tell the Other Camelot. Those are the main ones I got. Water. The video of Odablock throwing his gold gnome at a second-story window on a whim is funny to watch. I haven't seen it, but sounds like a good watch. I will admit. I'll change my tune when I win one. No. I've seen so many people post that like, oh, you should vote for either me or somebody else or something, but just to draw attention to the golden gnomes and have their name right next to it. But I don't need to beg for votes. I don't want votes. Okay. I do understand that as a new content creator, and there's a new content creator award there, saying anything about it does seem like I'm like, fishing for votes, but like I genuinely think that the golden gnome should not happen. But that's just me, an old curmudgeon. Is the chunk to the right 99 smithing and mining? Technically, it would be 98 smithing because I can boost with a dwarven stout. But yep, it'd be both of those. Thanks for luring, by the way, Sherlock. I don't know how much you've used Dark Lure, but it is very frustrating getting through these the guards and the doors. It feels like the spell kind of sucks. Strut-ear. Yeah, there's a guy called Buzz Strut-ear. I think his name's Thomas on YouTube, but he's doing a Supreme in that East Chunk start. So he's already got his 99 mining out of the way. Now has to get high smithing, and technically you need to get the trimmed skill cape. So you need 299s, and it would like if you have to get 98 smithing, 99 smithing might be the easiest, but I don't know where this tree would rank in the most cut down tree in the game. There's got to be some like really popular ones. These willows are pretty popular. I feel like these oaks, just people doing them, probably more popular. What chunks do I want to roll? Honestly, I'm fine with any of the chunks. They all have their own special kind of special kind of trouble here. The East one's like loaded with stuff, but it'd be cool to get just to say like, yes, I am a Falador only ultimate, not ultimate, Falador only one chunk at a time account. Uh, it'd be 99 construction, 99 mining, 98 smithing, high crafting. It'd be a lot. Let me see. I'll go north. The north one, the main thing is I get an anvil and I get Puro. So in Puro you can get rune bars from, what is it, magpies? Maybe ninjas. I'm not sure which one, but you can get them. And there's an anvil, and I can complete the quest to use it. So I'd have to get 98 smithing without any rocks off of Puro. So I'm not entirely sure how feasible that is, but we would give it our best shot. Over here, this is pretty much just lamp 5 agility, get mining pit. That would be a very straightforward one. And then the south chunk, not really many requirements. I guess by then I'd probably have lamped this. I don't know, but that would be there. This is just a yew tree, but I have far best 99, so it's fine. The main thing would be I'd have to get the rune crafting pet without being able to mine pure essence off of essence simplings, and doing that off of overworld essence simplings. So let me just check my bank plugin here for how much essence. Since I've been catching them, I've gotten 2,870. I would need about 1.7 million to be on rate. So I don't know how feasible that would be without either Puro for better essence simplings or rune mysteries. So that could be a backlog too. I'm not sure. It would kind of depend on the sequence of events, but I think overall I'd like to get this west one most, because then I can like guarantee I have rocks and it doesn't add on any like different kind of hard grind other, just the mining pet. It's not like a weird out of sequence kind of chunk. Although that being said, the east chunk you could get a better pickaxe for the grind for maybe the east chunk would be better. But either the east or the west probably. Because the south, I just don't want to backlog that. It feels bad if I already have to backlog something in my starting chunk if I don't get Tengu, so. Anyway, sorry. Back to chat, sorry. I don't think he has a YouTube series yet, Extreme, but I think he's recording? I'm not sure, I'd have to ask him again. Zanfinkel, what are we trying to accomplish in this chunk? I don't know if someone already answered, but trying to get 88 farming off of this tree patch with seeds from this. And 87 magic from essence simplings and white knights and stuff. So those are the main things on the agenda right now. I'm kind of just assuming that I'll have to end up backlogging Tangleroot, but never know. Hey, Brennan. Welcome. How can you oversleep if you didn't know there was anything scheduled? Because nothing was scheduled. We got Taverley Dungeon in 2 chunks, would require yourself to lamp 91 Slayer. Yeah, that kind of lamping goal seems kind of unreasonable. Yeah, I wouldn't make myself lamp that, probably. And I wouldn't be able to kill it anyway because it's Slayer task only, you know. Hey, Sean Cleary. First time seeing my stream. Welcome, welcome. It's not too exciting. It's a lot of this. But if I don't advertise it very well, but I do keep the stream VODs on my channel in a featured playlist unlisted, so like they don't show up in people's sub boxes, but if you seek them out on my channel, you could catch up on the latest VODs. Of course, it is more of this on the VODs as well. A lot of click tree, click log. Yes. It would be horrible with Pro. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be great, but I feel like it wouldn't be as bad as like you average. What was it? Like 2.3 essence per impling you catch, and there's 30 seconds between them, so you can like come up with a number of hours that it should take, and I don't think it's like an unreasonable amount, like a ridiculous. I'd have to check again. Someone with that information could probably give some numbers, but I remember doing it and being like, that won't be too bad. But maybe it was bad. I was just being optimistic. You think Rune Mysteries for Rune Crafting Pet is fair? Yeah, could be. Well, honestly, like if you had something that dropped like really, really good rune pure essence, like if you had like, I don't know, Zulra or something. I don't know what drops pure essence actually. Do they? Gargoyles? I don't know. Sorry, I'm kind of behind on comments here. You got your first skilling pet last night, and it was mining at level 93. Well, congratulations, Comet. Welcome to the regs of skilling pet owners. That's a pretty good one. Did you get it at Motherload? If you got East Chunk, what would you do about the Moss Giant boss? The seed and herb drops? Those are Moss Giant boss. Oh, that wouldn't be in this chunk. It would be, I guess you get it from this chunk or that chunk, I think. And those, I'd have to get them, wouldn't I? What are the rates? Let me see. What's that boss name? Bryophyta. I don't know how to spell it, but Google knows what I was saying. Thank you. 1 out of 1,000 dwarf weed. 1 out of 20,000 Toristal. Well, we have a while to get concerned about that one. I mean, yeah, we'll have to see. But my guess is if you see something that looks absolutely unreasonable, there's a good chance it would be backlogged, you know? But you got to give it a good shot before you say that it's actually unreasonable. Because if you look at it and you think it's unreasonable and then find out, well, actually, it's not that bad, then you look like a pansy for not even trying, so. Noob stole the eclectic. It happens. I will say, I don't usually catch eclectics. And by usually, I mean I haven't caught any. Because I'm avoiding the adamant ore. Give him the spiel. Give him a bow. I should save my thank you. Risk it? I was debating on doing like a, for every 1,000 likes my video gets, I catch an eclectic impling. but I don't really want to. It would just be like a lot of lamping. And like a lot of people probably want to see me roll their chunks, so like they wouldn't like the video then. How many essence do I need? Like 1.7 million is the rate. Like something like that. 1 out of 1.7 million essence. And you get 2.3 essence per essence sampling. Hey Sean, welcome back. Demon Yuri. Mining amethyst. Ah, the pro way to get it. How much would 99 construction cost with bag plants? So it depends on what you're optimizing for, because if you're optimizing for the least amount of money, it would cost 420 mil in bag plants. If you're optimizing for the least amount of law runes, it would cost much more. But like law runes, my best source of those is probably going to be white knights. And I'd have to kill about 1 million white knights to get enough law runes to teleport to and from my house. So yeah. Either way, it would be painful. But 20 days to farm 120. 20 days. 100. Oh, that's not horrible. 20 days, 120 keys. Although to reach 20,000 would still be pretty hefty. 6,500 hours? I mean, yeah, I would say so. Let me see. Well, what am I at now? 24 plus 6. I mean, I'm at 4,700 hours and I'm halfway there. So like, if I'll do that, why wouldn't I do a 6,500 hour grind, you know? Like, if you compare it to the grind I'm doing right now, it's reasonable. Well, and then that's assuming that you get it on rate. Gonna get a heart attack when he looks up your woodcut. I'm kind of surprised. Well, not really surprised, but I've noticed that people have stopped asking if I'm a bot. They're just like, "What are you doing?" Because no bot would do that. So, yeah. I will say it's a lot easier to get beginner caskets when you juggle, actually. It just makes for not very fun woodcutting. Dynamite. Would you consider 99 rune crafting a chunk goal? Since that unlocks 10 times. No, the multiple runes and multiple roots and stuff are not chunk goals. The reason that that this is a goal is because it is a diary task specifically. I think there's some, isn't there? Is it? Yeah, so I'd have to get 88 rune crafting at least for the diary. Well, that's true. I'd have to get that. So that and the pet would have to get backlogged, which would feel real bad. But I feel like 88 rune crafting would be pretty reasonable, especially if maybe not. I don't know. Hey, see. Oh my gosh. Every time. Every time. Uh, Jure? Jure? Jaure? Maybe? I keep getting behind on chat. I'm just too slow. But welcome, welcome. Good to see you. That's good? Okay. I skipped forward in chat for that. Every white knight is -1 towards buying a white 2H. Is that true? Well, that's not good for me then. for future buzz. Here's stats. And yes, Brennan got it. This man's beyond saving. Yep, yep. Hey, grats. Grats, Sarah. I knew you were grinding for that one. You can rewind on YouTube. That's true. Take that, Twitch. Although you can actually, on some things, some people's channels, you can watch their past broadcasts while they're broadcasting it. So you can kind of digest it at your own speed, actually. Although, maybe they have to have VODs for that. I don't know. $50 million, yeah. I got 52 million XP today. And tomorrow I'll take rank 39. Yeah. What does my beginner log look like? I don't think it's anything too impressive. Let me see. We have 2 things out of first 31 clues. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's what we got. I mean, none of this stuff helps too much, except I would like a cape slot, honestly. The main thing is I still need a water staff, so... 200 mil XP before you leave his chunk? It shouldn't be. It should be somewhere around like 100, maybe 10 mil, something like that. Depending on if secateurs are added. 88 root crafting. Well, I mean, 88 runecraft. Well, okay. If I got the south chunk and I didn't have Puro, then it would be completely unreasonable. But if I did have Puro and I got the south chunk, I would definitely at least do the 88 runecrafting. The pet is a lot of pure essence. But it's also, you know, you can calculate it to like 6.5k hours, someone said, so like, it's not horrible. Yeah, if you go for Tangleroot is just, I think it's a really hard one to have in your first chunk. Well, Tangleroot in general is really hard for a Supreme account. Grinding Tangleroot is hard for normal accounts. It's hard for like one patch. It's hard for getting all the seeds. It's time gated. There's a lot of things that make it just really, really hard. Which is why I mentioned backlogging if I don't get it by 88. I feel like if I get to 88, I'll have given it a fair shot. Even though it'll only be like 12.5%. That's like 1 out of 8, you know? Non-French people trying to speak French. Yeah, I'm horribly American, unfortunately. Deserved a GG nod for the prayer level up hymnals alone. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, 31's not bad. It honestly, ever since I started juggling, that number has just gone up. so fast. I didn't realize how easy it would be to get the air staff if I actually like worked at it instead of let it happen passively. Oh. Not the first time that's happened. Sorry to break the illusion. Discovered my series 2 weeks ago when your jaw dropped and you saw the chunk requirements. Perseverance is mind-blowing. Thanks, Donatas. I do my best. It is pretty strict requirements, but I like the requirements. I think that it's a very fulfilling like rule set, albeit difficult. Oh my gosh. Oh, saved. Start over. Oh, no. Alright, goodbye, everybody. Making my new account. How did I get that gear? If you're referring to this helmet, I got it from a mystery box at a rate of 1 out of 1960 or something like that. Very rare. I got it while on mobile, and it's unfortunate that I couldn't have recorded my reaction. I'll have to make it seem like I'm reacting in real time in the video, which I always hate, but I was gobsmacked. You'd wait till after Forestry came out, would ask about the secateurs on Reddit or Twitter again. I mean, I know that the not the secateurs, but the spade being missing from the gardener is hurting Extreme Gnome right now, so. And I know he put a little chirp in Mod Ash's ear too, so as long as enough people make chunk accounts, they have to listen to us. Or I should make like 10 burner Twitter accounts. There should be an entity hider, but for chunks. There was a survey. They're talking about official game modes, and they were asking if people would be interested in like an official, and like all these different official restricted modes. Like if you'd be interested in having a official restricted Mauritania mode. And then they mentioned chunk. I just don't think that could be implemented like well enough. You know? I feel like it being unofficial makes like it a lot more customizable. People can have like all these different rules, and it's more your story. I don't know. And if it was an official mode, more people would play it, and then it would be less cool. Chinese or Korean for dinner? I don't know if I've ever had Korean, honestly, but Chinese is pretty good. Although I think, well, I mostly just had like the American Chinese, which is just sugar. But I'll say Korean. Have Korean. Got it from a clue scroll? What did I get from a clue scroll? Yeah, random event. Yes, yes. How do I train crafting? So I can train crafting technically by getting seaweed from baby implings and getting sand from earth implings and making molten glass for 20 experience. The problem with this is that it is only 20 experience. I don't have a glass blowing pipe. And the seaweed is 1 out of 100 from baby implings. So, and I can only catch the ones that happen to come in my junk and are here. So, it takes a long time to get a single seaweed for 20 experience. So how I've been training, well, I got to like level 7 or something by seaweed, And then now that I've finished lamping smithing, I'm going to lamp crafting. And when I hit 20, I can just cut gems. I have like 39 or something crafting banked, and but it doesn't really matter what I have banked because I have a gem store over here that can sell an uncut sapphire. Time for some meat june. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Your Korean has a bunch of mushroom dishes. I have no idea if you're wrong, but I like mushrooms, so like. I just got the heron. Oh my goodness. Give him a dance. Yeehaw. Thank you, thank you. Cross that off the chunk task. $52 million we could experience from oaks. It's true, Stevie. It's true. A beast. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again. And I'll give you a bounce now. The gnome. Are you the gnome? Well, thanks for the regards. No. I do like being regarded. It does, but douchey part of dishes is not the main ingredient. Let's see. Appreciate the commitment. Yeah, it is a little crazy. It just keeps getting crazier every million experience. So DMed when? Let me see. I sent a message to my friend when I got it, so I can check. I do have a friend, actually. It's true. February 20th at 3 p.m. So, a week ago. That would have been easier to say, huh? We lamp agility when you finish crafting? That's a good question. I've been thinking about that because I'm honestly pretty close to lamping my crafting. Lamping below level 20 is so easy, so I could lamp agility because I plan to lamp agility if I get the west chunk. Actually, if I get any chunk other than the north chunk, I'll want some kind of lamped agility. And agility always helps, you know, run energy. Alternatively, like one lamp into farming is like 1.5 oak trees grown, you know? Or I could lamp my hunter and then maybe I could catch some neat tramplings before I get out of here. Or I could lamp magic. Wouldn't be a bad shout. Or you can always do Slayer, because eventually I'll need to have a lamp Slayer level, because I'll probably encounter a Slayer monster before I encounter a Slayer Master? Something like that. So there's a lot of things I could do. I haven't decided yet. But any suggestions I'm welcome to, so. Why don't I flex my pets? Well, because it's mostly for juggling, honestly. Because like my pet, my beaver or something, will be like right here, and then like a clue scroll will spawn under him, and then I don't know that it's there sometimes, or I just don't want to mess up any juggling. So like right now I could bring him out because I'm not juggling anything. But I'm also very lazy. So if I ever have to put it back, it takes a lot for me to bring them out again because, you know, it's like an extra click or 2 or 3 or yeah. The gnome knows. How rare would it be from net? How rare would it be from net fishing? The pet, pretty much. I don't know. I've never gotten it. I don't think I've ever looked it up, but I think it's pretty rare, probably. Sounds rare. Aerial fishing? I didn't even know you could get it at aerial fishing. 1 in 620,000. Do I use other Discords? Well, I'm in a couple Discords. I usually just have all my Discords muted. So that like if people at me, I'll see it, but if they don't, I'm not getting spammed. But I'm in the chunk, you know, the main chunk one. And then I think I'm in Broski's. I could check, but I don't want to open Discord. I'm in Verfs, I'm in Limpworts. I don't really use Discord very much. Hey Adrian, haven't kept up with progress lately. Percentage-wise, how close do you think you are within your chunk? Well, that's a good question. It depends on if, like, in terms of percentage of seeds, I'm sitting pretty well. I'm at 55% seeds banked, assuming none die. So, like, less than that actually, like 44% actually. In terms of growing them, I've been consistently 1,800 grow hours behind. So how many days is that? Okay, so like at least 2.5 months of growing after I finish banking. But during that time, I'll be probably killing white knights for runes because I also have to get 87 magic. So if we're talking percent, let's see. I'm just gonna do this in terms of time. So I started August 2nd of 21. Yeah. That's 4 months plus 12 months, 16 months plus 2 months. We're like 18 months in right now. And I have, according to my spreadsheet, let me see. I'm gonna go with the no secretary's completion. It says I'll be finished in November, which is like early November. So that's all of March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. I had to count with my hands. That's 9 more months. So 9 months, and then at least 2.5 on top of that. So at least 11.5 months. So let me see. 11.5 plus 18. 29.5. 18 divided by 29.5. So I think we're about 61% done with the chunk. And I expect we will roll in 2024. That's my current expectation. Okay, where was I? I feel farming would be better to lamp, honestly. It gets closer to rolling a chunk, expanding options for how to tackle other upcoming skills. Yeah. It would get me out of here faster, that's true. Pretty sure Slayer monsters aren't requirements generally if you don't have a way other than lamping for Slayer. Yeah, it's kind of hard. For me, it's like kind of a judgment thing. Like if it won't take too long to lamp it, like for instance, I lamped 15 smithing because I knew that in this chunk I'm going to have so much time I have to spend woodcutting that like there's no real reason not to get another requirement done like kind of passively. Um, Same for crafting. I guess you could say the same thing for like lamping to catch implings, period. Didn't really have to do that. Do I join in on riots? I have seen riots. I have only joined in on riots so far as to say that they need to add secateurs and then I leave. But I don't think anyone sees. But I make my voice heard. I pay, I play. I pay, I say, I play. Like for instance, if there was like a blood veld in this chunk, it wouldn't make sense to have that as a requirement. But like if I had another 2 year long goal and I know that lamping won't take 2 years, I don't have anything like necessarily like super better to lamp. Like I don't see why you wouldn't just do it, and then you have the drop tables and you can get all the items from them, and you know. I'd rather complete things as soon as I can rather than as late as I can, which is kind of like the whole concept of this specific rule set, you know? Front loading all my grinds instead of back loading grinds. Which I feel like that's what the vanilla chunk set or rule set does. It just pushes them off. I mean, to a time it's more reasonable to complete them, but like for me, doing a vanilla rule set for me would be like, well, I did leave the chunk, but did I finish that chunk I just left? Like, you know? Let's see. Are you gonna make a completion random events? Oh, get all the items. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that makes too much sense. Uh, I could. You could say that. Um, I don't know. To me, that one just seems little bit much. Because you can't pick the random event you're getting. You can't make them come any faster. And some of them would be pretty rare. That being said, I do have the adamant arrow tip, or sorry, the mithril arrow tips though. How come it says baby implings in the area? Is that a setting or plugin? Yeah, there's a let me see. There's an implings plugin in RuneLight. Comes not in the hub, and you can set certain ones to notify or highlight or none. But I have every single one on notify except nature implings for some reason. Weird. And to have it show up in the chat like that, there's a rune light. If you go to the rune light, it's not a plugin, but if you search in plugins for rune light, there's a notification setting. And it says game message notification. Adds a notification message to the chat box. So I get the notifications from the Impling plugin, and then I turn them into chat notifications with that toggle. You think Verif will roll before you? Um, hmm. That's a tough one. Technically, his grind has only gotten harder since he started. I feel like he'll roll before me, but I can't really speak to that too much because both well like mine is if I assuming that Tangleroot is backlogged to 88, my grind is not very RNG. Like micro it's RNG, like oh do you get a U seed or do you get a pineapple seed, which is worth like 29 GP by the way. That still blows my mind. um but like I can kind of expect over a week I'll bank this much experience, whereas he's like I can send this many totems and who knows if I get it. So you never know. He could be done. He said he has 16 totems now or something. He could be done the next time he sends them, you know? That's a hard question. Well, a hard answer. Maybe after the crafting lamp agility to, for the run restore. Yeah, that would have been more helpful while I was banking logs, honestly. The only time I run out of energy is when I'm juggling clues and I have to run, and like I'm at this tree, I have to run all the way over here and then back and then back. Then I'll run out. But run hasn't impacted me too much in this chunk. Is Falamami making you watch the Murda trial too? Nope, I have no idea what that is. I'm ignorant to most of the world. Starting to have imposter syndrome over whether you deserve the title of Supreme Chunker or not. You're mad lad, of course you do. Well, I mean, like, it does feel really bad to, like, make this rule set for myself, and then in my first chunk, I already feel like I need to backlog something. It just feels real bad. you know? But, no, I know that my grinds are pretty crazy, so... What chunk is Verif in? Verif is in the current castle chunk. He's in this one. So his main thing is down here. He has this altar to Scotizo, and so he has to get the jar because it's more obtainable now, and the dark totem, the whole totem drop, which is 1 out of 128. The jar is now 1 out of 200. So he's killing hill giants like a madman. You should definitely check out his videos if you haven't seen them. Did I ever get the stale baguette? No. The D-Med was 7.5 times rarer. But I got the D-Med. Albeit, I would much rather have a D-Med than a stale baguette. Griff only has X time left from the boss. Let him into the chunk trinity if he ever rolls. Yeah, Verif grinds. He's been on a lot, like late lately. I don't like for his time. It would be real late. So he's chugging away over there. $200 mil farming in one chunk on just a tree for pet. How long would that take? Is the question. Yeah, it would be pretty crazy. A very long time. I've just passed 1 million experience, so about 200 times what I've done so far. Which actually that's not true. Most of my experience has been from willows and acorns because I'm holding out hope for secateurs for my higher tier ones. see his new vid today. No, I was pretty busy at work. Let me see. Oh, was it his oh, his yeah, his one defense hardcore ultimate. Yeah, I was watching him stream some of that. He can do gorillas now because they changed the game. I do think ultimate would be something I would not be very good at. That's true. My magic tree lived. I have had 3 magic trees live, actually. I've had 0 die, 100% survival rate. That feels pretty good. No. He's putting 10 or 11 hours a day plus playing. Yeah, he plays all these different accounts too while he's doing it. It's crazy. It is his job, but it's still absolutely crazy. Think he fell asleep halfway through his new vid. We'll have to catch up then. Kind of want to start a skilling chunk man. No time. A skilling chunk man. It's like a skiller account. Would be interesting. You just ignore all combat tasks. This guy going for my tree? Sir? There was this guy the other night that was right here killing guards. And he was an Ironman level like 120. And I was on my other account luring an earth impling over here. And I'm like, this guy, he's gonna take my stinking impling, isn't he? And sure enough, I bring him over there. He's like, oh, that's cute, a level 79 dark luring earth impling. And he just nabs it. That honestly, that like infuriates me. That like not a whole lot of things irk. Okay, that's not true. I complain about a lot of things, but that irks me the most of all when people. What does he need with an earth impling? Oh. So I must confess, I did kind of rag some of his guards last night, but it felt very therapeutic. Although my account's probably getting banned. Anyway. Hello, Olivier. Welcome, welcome. What would a chunk man be called if they were going for capes and maybe pets? Just no farming stuff be called? I, I, I don't know. Hey, Skeven, welcome back. Skeven? Still not sure. Earth Implings, I know. Like, every single time I see an Earth Impling, my heart just like, I'm gonna get a chance at some super compost. Skaven? Skaven? Skevin? Skave. Maybe I should open some ring nests. Not super exciting, but there's a Tree Gnome Stronghold series going on with those rules. Well, I know there's Extreme Gnome. He was in here earlier. You're not called Kevin. Okay. I was wondering, like, S could be like an initial for his first name, and Kevin could be, I don't know. Not Kevin. So is Skeven bad? You say Skaven. Skaven. Maybe. I'm so bad with names. My distinction for extreme and not extreme personally is how you treat skill challenges. If you do processing to the highest tier or processing to the lowest tier or whatever. I think if it is low, then it is vanilla. If it is to the high, then it's extreme. I mean, like, but you can kind of make, your own exceptions, especially with farming. Everybody seems to treat it differently. Most people just choose to ignore it, pretend like it isn't a skill. Skeven. Okay. Skeven. So, like, just see the SK. Sk. And then even. Okay. I'm gonna forget this, but we got there for now. Yeah, farming is odd. I don't really blame people if they either exclude it or put some kind of restriction around it. It was made while you still smoked the devil's lettuce. Kind of in your language, it's somebody who's stoned. Haha, gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. You can only make one of your accounts active. I assume you mean like a member. Should you do your main or your hardcore Iron Man? I would always say hardcore Iron Man. That's just me personally. I have not played a main, like a normal account, since. Well, when I first started old school, that account, I later turned it into kind of an Iron Man thing when Bodhi started his series. But like at that point, I was making him into a Void Pure because of Debo Void Pure because that's what I knew at the time. Like that's what I did in RS2. I just did horrible, horrible PK. uh, that's what I did. But then after that, I switched over to doing Iron Man stuff before it was official, and then Iron Man after official, then hardcore. So Iron Man has always been my thing. But then again, I have no account that's close to maxed or anything, so probably sticking with one account and a main wouldn't hurt anything. So I suppose, as most questions like that, it's up to you and your preferences. But if you're asking for my preference, which I guess you kind of were, hardcore. A nice bowl of oregano. Yes, yes. It's a breath of fresh air. Yeah, it makes you kind of see the game a little bit differently. Everything has a little bit higher reward to it. Unless, I don't know if Sarah, if you're talking about having to pay at the gate or Iron Man mode, but either way, both are great. For some reason, Prince Alley Rescue is one of those quests that I just cannot make myself do on any account. Like, I'll finish Dragon Slayer 2 before Prince Alley Rescue. If that's possible. I have to double check that, but... Hey, Vestal, welcome, welcome. How's the stream going? It's going pretty good. Been a while since I streamed. One of my things is I wanted to stream more this year. And it hasn't happened, really. So, it's good to finally get back on here. Although my content is just as exciting as it was last time, so... Do you think you would enjoy playing a main after playing restricted for so long? Might be fun to blast through total levels using the GE. I don't know. I know that there's a big, like, pretty much whatever Bodhi's doing is interesting to people. They don't know that it's because of Bodhi, but so people are into this collection log stuff and main playing right now, but I just cannot find that exciting at all. Getting one U seed on this account would be more exciting to me than maxing a main. Or getting a 99 on a main. You know, it's just like I don't know. Like, what I'm doing here has not been done before. What I'd be doing then has been done by everyone for years. It's just not exciting. I don't know. For me. Depot Pure actually sounds fun. Yeah, it was probably more fun before Power Creep, but yeah. Although I wasn't a rusher. I was an anti-rusher. So I would wait for people to rush and then I would debo them. And that's why I don't have a great that's why I don't particularly care too much for Framed, because he was one of the people that I would go after in RS2. He would rush people and then I'd try to save them. Is the D Medhelm new? Yes, it is. Thanks for asking. Oh, I mean, this old thing? No. Nah, not at all. I got it last week from a mystery box. 1 out of 1960. Old man frame beef coming up? Yeah, he doesn't even know about it, but I'm ready to throw a fist. What are my current levels? Right here. Welcome, welcome, E. It's beautiful, thank you. I think it's pretty. Well, the color kind of makes me feel like I'm dying. Like, if I just glance at my screen when I'm like AFKing, I'm like, am I dying? But it's just the red helmet. Yeah, Dragon Med spoilers. How am I not going crazy? Well, I'm seeing progress. So, as long as there's progress, it's like not too hard to keep going. As for crazy, I don't know about crazy. I can't. You'd have to ask someone else who knows me better. You can only know yourself so well. I do think that the spreadsheet has helped a lot with my, I don't know if sandy's the right word, but with keeping me motivated. Like, the past couple weeks I had to take a break for magic, and then it feels like I'm falling super far behind, and then I had some life stuff come up that I had to take some time off for, and so I just felt like I was falling so far behind, and now that I can see the spreadsheet progressing, it feels really, really good. So maybe I'm enjoying the spreadsheet more than what I'm doing, but I don't know. I mean, very rarely am I just sitting here with one monitor on, clicking on this tree, not listening to anything, just just waiting for this tree to die. And then I'll click on it again and drop the logs. Very rarely does that happen. I'm always doing something else. Over half my experience is on mobile, I'm sure. And so it's a good grind for me. Know thyself, said GamerGoth. Yes. I've had 2 trees today get to the final stage and then they die, and it's the most depressing thing. But they are just oaks, so ultimately it doesn't matter a whole lot. It's just unfortunate that I've wasted all these farming cycles, you know. You need a monitor, you're buying one soon. Yeah, monitors are kind of critical. Oaks are second best pet rate though. That's, well, yeah, if you're talking about like per hour. Grow hour, yeah. That's true. I want to listen to whatever. Let's listen to Chill. What's he called? Chill Out? No. Maybe it is. Well, let's see. Yeah, that seems right. Okay. I don't know. I keep checking my tree. I know exactly when it's gonna be grown. Music? Can't hear it? You can't hear it? Oh no. Have I just been in absolute silence this entire time? Oh no. Oh no. I've been in silence? Ah, no. Oh man. Holy smokes. I'm sorry, everybody. I mentioned something about music at the start and nobody said anything. It's loud. Well, I usually turn down somewhere else. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Was that how awkward is that, guys? I'm gonna have to watch this stream back. Oh man. I don't think I could watch back more than 30 seconds. Well, you guys didn't get to hear my cool new songs I added. I have to listen to them again. Sorry, everybody. Sure. Oh, no, but I love that song. Every time I hear a song, I feel like streaming. Because it's like the first one on the playlist. Did it for talking. Oh! Can't listen to my voice for very long, so I don't know how you guys managed. But pat on the back for everybody. We did it. Made it through the awkwardest part. Jeez. I'm still cringing about that. Oh my goodness. I thought I checked it. Well. So I was the only one getting to enjoy the music. The only one subjected to such music. Like right now, it'd be really awkward without the music, right? I wouldn't have even been talking. There'd have been no sound coming out of the stream. Oh my gosh. Goodness. Maybe I'm gonna have to delete this bot. I don't know. It's okay, the real ones stick around. Wow, 37 people watch. That's great. Always lurking. Hey, Dispersed, good to see you in here. Maple Gang, hey Jared. Not Jared Murphy anymore, I see. Yeah, Murphy. Gotta go? My pleasure. See. You're Ray. I did my best again. It's always good to have you in here. So I'm probably not going to be on for like crazy, like as long as I usually am tonight, because the person in the room next to me has work tomorrow early in the morning. So I should actually be pretty quiet. Alright, Daryl, I feel slightly more validated. This one is actually...
If you play those keys, I'll feel alive. It's the chemistry, I feel it deep, the strength I had lost, revive.
My sister-in-law. So. Are you still having fun in this chunk, or is it feeling like a chore? Yeah, I'm still having fun. I'm having... I have... Oh, hey. I'll take that. I haven't felt any like decline in the amount of fun I've had in this chunk, because I don't know, just seeing the progress and knowing the end task and seeing like, wow, my spreadsheet says I'm halfway there. It's just like crazy. So it's very motivating. So I don't feel any drain yet. There's Jared, PR man. I have to remember that this one I'm not supposed to let despawn. Another thing I realized today is that if I ever go back to juggling mediums, in addition to having my floating stopwatch, I'm also going to do it on bounty worlds, or what are they called? High risk worlds, so that like when you log on, if you accidentally, if there's that mobile bug and it tries to log you back on, you have to verify that you want to log in on a high risk world, so it won't accidentally log you back in. Next time we'll get casket. Oh yeah.
Watch my life pass me by, never knowing where I belong in a web of love and lies as you string me along. And
that's great. Sometimes I get worried that OneChunkers don't have much fun through the long grinds, but I guess you folks are a different breed. Yeah, that's kind of like every time you start watching a OneChunk series, you're not only gauging the content, but you're also gauging like the will of the creator. If they're claiming, you guys should watch me because I'm going to do something absolutely insane that's going to blow your mind. And then like the first video is about 100 total levels and it ends in them getting 20 cooking. Oh, chicken. You're like, okay, I'm not sure if this episode matches with where you're gonna need to end up. And when I see something like that, I'm like, okay, if this person wants to make YouTube videos about something, they don't want to play a chunk account, they want to make YouTube videos about a chunk account. So it just makes me a little bit more pessimistic about the reality of the series. But I'm probably also too pessimistic. Are we calling Sarah a toaster now? Is that the point? If you weren't making YouTube videos, were you still doing an account this crazy? Yeah, I wasn't going to make any YouTube videos about this account. I was playing it, and then enough people just kept asking. I was recording stuff just in case, because I was doing that for other accounts just to document it. Like my PvP Hardcore, I never released that series, but I was recording them, and then enough people just asked me, "What are you? What are you doing?" And then when they ask, "Do you have YouTube?" I'm like, "Well, no." And I figured it'd just be easier if I just made one and showed it to them. So, I consider myself a OneChunker that makes YouTube videos instead of a YouTuber that plays OneChunk. Nothing against you guys. I just don't have aspirations to be a famous YouTuber that makes fantastic videos. I want to be a RuneScape player that makes an awesome account. Happy first Chunkman episode in today. Was the correct way to do it? Gotcha. You didn't know why Limp got the level he did for the kebab. He couldn't finish the kebab. I don't remember what you're referencing here. Level in the castle. Oh. You talking about? I need to make sure it doesn't despawn. 1B first chunk. I don't think it was for the kebab. I know he had to get up here. There's the onion spawn, and I know he had to get cooking for the fried onion. It's like level 42 or something. You ran into me on one of your accounts before I started putting out videos. Hey. And here we are now. Pita bread. Let's see. We would need. Oh, I just looked up pita bread. OSRS. There we go. Just looking up pita bread. My spare time. There it is. Yes, that's pretty much just flour, water, and a stove. Yes, did he have a stove? Did he have a range? I'm not sure if he had a range. Because he couldn't do Cook's Assistant. Oh, there's one here. What was that? I think it's a fireplace. Does it count as a range? That's true. Maybe he should have done pita bread. So I guess it depends. If he has imps and a range, you pretty much have to do it. So he must have not been counting imps as something. Maybe so. Who's your favorite ball team? When I hear ball, I think football. So I have a college team that I cannot share because it might dox me. Well, it will triangulate my location. People get out their protractors and compasses and they'll circle my house. There he is. Let's do something. Send him something mischievous. But for the pros, I know it sounds silly, but like this is my first year like actually following one specific team, and I I picked the Kansas City Chiefs because they were fun, and then they went on to win the Super Bowl. So I guess if you choose like a great team and then they win, it means you're a great fan, right? That's how it works. You started a free-to-play chunk a while back. Currently stuck in Edgeville Dungeon. Been a struggle getting to 70 million with just a furnace. Hating my results. Yeah. I assume that if you started there, well, I don't know if you started there. I assume you at least have a pickaxe. I still think that chunk accounts should keep their starting items, but started in Lumbeards and rolled Ham Hideout. The chunk north of Ham Hideout, then Edgeville. Oh, so you probably used canoes. Are canoes are not a number? Yes. I see. So you went here, then canoe to here, probably. What it sounds like. So I guess you don't really have. I don't think you have rocks either. Well, pickaxe. Yeah, you'd have rocks in Edgeville Dungeon. Probably a bronze pick, though. You got this, keep going. Chiefs were great this year. It's true. I did not think every single in my playoffs bracket, I picked them to beat the Chargers and they ended up having to beat the Jaguars. But anyway, I thought they'd take that first round and then they would lose to the Bengals in the AFC Championship. But then that didn't happen, and I thought they would lose to the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and that also didn't happen. So I just kept on being a Debbie Downer, and good stuff happened. But I thought, like, Mahomes gets his ankle injury, and it's like somehow we win. And like, I don't. Anyway, feels like we shouldn't have won, but and of course every win that did lose will say something about refs, and well, there's probably something to that. But anyway, yeah, the last flat that was real hard to watch. Honestly, it was like. I mean, the Bengals weren't in a great spot, but that like sealed the deal. And you just gotta feel for that guy. I forget his name, but oh man, it's just a clear like just mental lapse. Man, I had forgotten about that. Why'd you have to bring it up again? That was one of the games that my wife watched with me. And she's like, look, he's crying. Like, this is horrible. Why do we watch this? Yeah, it would have been real hard for the Bengals. And people will say the redo on the third down. Like, yes, that was a failure of refereeing, but you know, ultimately it didn't matter. But no, that shouldn't have happened. You kept your starting items? Good. Your plans to mine 50k silver for later craft and grind. Ah. Unicorn. Add that to the spreadsheet. So, yeah, okay, so we go from 55.1965% banked to 55.2078. Beautiful. Or closer until it dies. Wish he had the stronghold. Yeah. With some insane steroids during half. It's tough to watch as a Philly fan. Like, I'm sure he was on some serious pain medication. Steroids? I guess depends on how you define steroid, probably. But I don't know. I wasn't there. I had thought that Philly would lose to the 49ers, but then the 49ers, when they lost Brock Purdy, they just laid an egg.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm being tied down. They tell me, don't you make
You do 3 inventories of silver and then teleport back to Lumbridge. Collect runes. And canoe back to Edgeville. How to kill a mole? I do not. Yeah, if I could kill mole, I would. Because of the Mithril Axe, and well, even if I could kill him, I won't be able to turn in the seed or the parts because Weisson's in that chunk over there. That tree survived. He doesn't wander over here, neither does the bag plant seller, unfortunately. Oh, there were 10 things in. No. Okay, don't you dare. Any idea how you kill mole when you have to? No, not at this point. Maybe you could always try to flinch. Let's see. Maple seeds at night. Or I can range. There's gotta be some other kind of cheeses out there. But I'll have quite a bit of the map unlocked before I can do the mole, because I have to get a light source. How cool would that have been if I just got the pet right there? Rolandrana. Yeah, that would be one way. Or there's a candle in Varrock actually in the upstairs of this one, but yeah, I think it's more likely to get Tentrana first. Emerald Bolts E with RCB? Maybe. Maybe even just a Mithril. Yeah, I think that's probably likely Emerald Bolts E. Hey, Nano Sum. Sorry, missed you for a sec there. Great day when Faladaddy streams. Thank you, thank you. Well, usually night for me, but... Any more woodcutting levels you get in this chunk? I have ran out of woodcutting levels, actually. Ran out a while ago. So... Oh, I guess technically I did just hit 113 virtual woodcutting. For what it's worth. Yeah, it'll be quite a few chunks away. Is getting the light source, and by then I'm sure I'll have an anvil and probably a spinning wheel so I can make crossbow strings. You know, I'll have quite a bit more unlocked by the time I have to think about it. So I'll probably just deal with it when I need to deal with it. Hey, Coffee Cake, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I've been meaning to stream last week actually, but that didn't work out. I've been pretty busy recently, honestly. I've been able to keep up like a lot of progress, but my evenings have been kind of busy. Plans and stuff, so. You get any crossbow anyways? Yeah. Plus you could find someone with the Faladaddy Elite Shield to help find more. That's true. True. I should check my other account if he has close enough requirements. I don't think he has the rune crafting, but that rune crafting requirement's kind of silly now with the Guardians of the Rift outfit.
Oh, yeah.
How did I get DMED? I got it from a mystery box last Monday. 1 out of 1690. No, 1960. How dare you have a life? Oh, yes. Your daughter's woken multiple times tonight. Yeah, I feel you. Our youngest daughter, she's been doing this thing at, I guess it's like when we put her down, we're like, we just put her in the crib. What we do is we put her in the crib, say goodnight, walk away after we've done like our whole bedtime routine. But she's in the phase now where as soon as we like leave her side, she just cries bloody murder, and like we'll do that until she is comforted when we come in again, and like, you know, that's not how sleep training works. So like anyway, it's not very fun listening to your children cry like they're dying, like it's the end of the world. It's not very fun, turns out. My youngest is, let me see, 1.5, I think. How's the wife doing? I don't know if you're talking to me or coffee, but my wife's doing pretty good, I think. Last I checked. This person taking my logs. Both wives, all the wives. Everyone's life is better when their wife is doing well.
Oh, yeah.
Bet you would have given up already if not the ball slipper. True. All my inspiration is infused in them. Honestly, I got spooned on those.
Oh,
Your daughter's gonna be 7 months next week. Ah, yes. A great time. I mean, it's past like the newborn time, but they still don't really know how to be a normal human yet. Haven't juggled in forever, finally got your bow, and then got burned out on the account. Yeah. That's fair. You're trying to have kids now? Hey, congrats. That's always a big step. And honestly, deciding to have kids is like half the battle. You're so nervous to be a dad? It's like, I want it, but this is scary. Yeah, it's kind of hard to think, like, you know, you think about your dad, and it's like, well, I have to be as responsible as my dad, you know, and I'm in charge of teaching this child what's right and what is wrong, and making their life okay. It's like kind of high stakes, but high risk, high reward kind of thing. Saw that UIM Extreme Chunker yesterday. I was like, okay, I see you. Yeah. I don't, for me personally, I don't know if I'd count him as extreme because he only does like the lowest tier, completes to the lowest tier. But I mean, you could argue that being Ultimate Ironman makes it extreme, but then like choosing kind of takes some. I don't know. You can argue as much as you want about it, but yeah, it was a good watch. I would recommend it. Other people watch it. Hey, Ghost Dragon, no pressure. But are you planning on streaming more often? I mean, that was the plan going into the year. I'm like, I want to stream more often. At least than I was at the end of last year, because I was just, I don't know, I was solo every night just watching streams. But, jeez. But I would like to. It's a little bit more complicated because my sister-in-law has to get up for work and she's right next to me, so I can't really be too loud, too late. She's probably not very fond of me right now, but so, but she's not here on Fridays, so maybe I should stream on Fridays or something. I don't know. But yes, I do want to make it a priority to stream more often, even though it's mostly just talking to you guys while RuneScape's in the background, because how exciting is chopping this tree and dropping these locks, you know? Life's crazy. Yeah. Don't gatekeep the extreme setting. I mean, like, if you look at his rules and compare them to vanilla and extreme, the only thing that is extreme is he's requiring himself to get skill capes. Everything else is vanilla, pretty much. But I mean, he says in there himself he's not sure if you should call it extreme or not, but I think most people have called it extreme. But this is just update streams to show you're still here. That's true. But like, how often do you need to be reminded I'm alive? You know? Like, being reminded 2 times a week is probably a little excessive. To just say, hey guys, I'm alive. In this stream, you're gonna watch not much progress, but I'm still alive. Hey, have a nice day. It's always a pleasure. Talk to Hava by Valley Castle. Welcome, welcome. What are the vanilla rules in basic terms? Well, like pretty much you only have to process things to their lowest form. So like instead of having to get if you had a magic tree in your chunk, instead of having to get 87 fletching to craft a fletch a magic shield, you would have to get 75 fletching to make arrow shafts out of your logs. You know, do everything to the lowest degree. That's like the main thing. Where, yeah, that's the main thing. You want to stream your SDL after you get through the first few videos? Just need to edit the next 3. SDL. That's your Slayer account, I assume? Yeah. Alright, that's what I thought. Alright, so smart. He needs to catch a new rule set name, like Supreme or something. I just went with Supreme because it sounded like Extreme. That's pretty much it. Yeah, Slayer Brother rules too, I guess. So you don't have to get like pets and jars and stuff like that. Those are other big ones. Do vanilla chunkers still green log boss drops? They have to get uniques, but I think some of them do like ones over a certain rate they don't have to get, but in general, pets and jars they don't have to get. Can you take manipulate the trees and Lumpy with the rats? I don't think so because it's not multi. You need to have 2 of them attacking you. Yeah, the one that said hi to me. I know him. I know him. I see him logging on every once in a while. Your UIM uses the ultimate rule set. How conveniently defined. It does, don't it?
Oh, yeah.
See, I was just listening to this by myself. No one was saying anything. I was over here head bopping. Alright, have a good night, coffees. Nice to see you again. It's always so long between these streams, but yep, still alive, still doing this. I guess another thing since last stream, I did upgrade my computer a little bit. Got a new processor and motherboard. So now I don't struggle so much with RuneScape. Although I do think there's something weird about the region GPU, because I cannot find a way to get it above 60 FPS with the region GPU. Like with the normal GPU plugin, no problem, but this one, I don't know. Wish you'd share his Korean with me. Gotta get some sometime. I'm sure I've heard Korean barbecue. Like, I've heard it advertised many times. It sounds good. Because barbecue and some other place like Korea sounds good, you know? So I probably should sometime. Region GPU can be weird. Yeah, it can be a little bit odd. I feel like it's not very well maintained, as in like it's not like when a GPU plugin receives an update, the region GPU doesn't really. It's just updated enough to make it functional. If I knew more Java, maybe I'd look into it. But I remember when they had first cracked down on like what clients you can use, people who were developing for Ridlight were getting banned because they were using like an invalid client or whatever. So I don't know if I really want to touch that. Do I have the unlock FPS option toggle on in the region GPU?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have that toggled on. I have in the FPS plugin, the FPS control plugin.
I'm running away from the past I left behind.
I have
Answers, but I'm blinded by the light.
I have limit global FPS unchecked. Global FPS target at 200, unfocused at 200. The only thing I have in there is draw FPS indicator, so I can like see it up in that top right corner over there. So, and like I have the exact same settings on my other rim light that I use GPU on instead of region GPU for luring, dark luring. And it gets 90. I don't know what the difference is. The only difference is region GPU versus not. I'm skinny to do 4090 to solve this. True. I mean, I've got a pretty good graphics card, but now I have a pretty good processor too. Although it does have a really high wattage, so my power supply, my backup power supply, it'll just beep at me because it's drawing too much power. So if power goes out, my computer goes off immediately, unfortunately. But I'm not playing a dangerous hardcore. Alright, I think I'm gonna go open my ring nests, and I'm probably gonna call it after that. I want to see how many diamond rings I get, and honestly, other than the only bad rings, like sapphire rings aren't great because I can't enchant them very efficiently because I don't have the water staff. Gold rings aren't super great because they're not that great of alchs compared to sapphire ring. And do I have a blue ring? No, I don't. Great. I've been saving my foraging rings and alching the rings of dueling. I don't know if that's good or bad, but anyway. Let's see. I don't know if you want to vote on it. Let's see. So, it's 1 of 100. This is a good voting threshold. We'll quickly throw up a poll. How many diamond rings? Over 2.5? Under 2.5. And if we get exactly 2.5. Right. I'll let that run for a couple seconds here. In the meantime, while that runs, we will look it up here. Oh, maybe tomorrow. Right. Alright, get your boats in. Get your boats in. I need to... Okay. Who is that guy? He will sell you back your stuff, I guess. If, like, some kind of things, if you die or something. I don't know. Nothing for me. Apparently. Today. Let's take a brief break. Wow, I have a stinker of an inventory. Oh, I didn't show my god eggs. I guess I can show those. The red ones are falling behind. I need to see. I don't know if that picture's saved. Because I told people to guess which god eggs would be winning, and then I didn't show. I don't know if that's worth screen time in my next video. Anyway. We at 0? Guess so. Not a great start for the believers. Wow. That's a lot of gold rings. Yeah, the November-December time frame is like when I would have my my seeds all banked, and then there's adding on any growing time and however much extra time it takes to get 87. 87 magic. Wow, we're not having a great time. Are we gonna have 0? Please. 52 more chances. Hey, we got 1. So we just need 2 more. And like, oh, okay. Alright, we need 1 more. We have 10 shots.
Insomnia keeps me up at night. I sleep on the wrong side from
Okay. Good luck, everybody. Wow. Alright. So I'll enchant these and alchemy. Wow, look at those. No. That's a couple. Oh, thanks for the kind words, Nana-san. Alright, so some of y'all are unlucky, a couple of you are not unlucky. You got it right. Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. This guy too. It's fun talking to you guys, and I hope that there won't be so much time between my next stream. But yeah. Let's see, easy way. Alright, so back in. Where's Wade? Okay. Bye everybody. See you next time.